We need to be more like dogs. We need to be more like dogs. A dog's joy and stoke and happiness comes from the present moment. What was that? Squirrel. Whose butt is that? I'm gonna sniff that. I'm gonna hump that. You're home. You know what I mean? It's and their timelines are different. They don't live as long as we do. Every day a dog is alive is like 1 week of yours. So maybe you don't take him out for a walk one day, but just remember, 1 day is like a week to a dog. 1 day is like a week to a dog. I'm driving, so my responses are delayed. I apologize, but your words speak very deeply to my inner child. I'm sitting here getting emotional. I think I have inner work to do. I feel like I've taken more than 2 steps back into the rut of bad behaviors, numbing and avoidance. Murdocta, I want you to know that that's exactly where I found myself at the beginning of this year. And it's possible, baby. It's possible. The fact that you are acknowledging the issue or the situation is the first step to changing it. The people who are unaware that there is a backstep, the people that they're unaware that there is a misalignment within them, and are just in survival mode and expelling this just untapped reactive emotion because they haven't followed the thread to where it goes, my friend. But you have some insight. You already have some insight. You're already ahead of the game, baby. I can already tell that your emotional intelligence is above par. Above par. Right now, par is not that great, and you are above par. So I encourage you to lean into the discomfort. I think you know where your work lies, and just let me know where I fit in. I've been going through the exact same thing. I've been doing nothing but following my threads back, man. I've been following that thread all the way back to the sweater to see where all of my shit comes from, man. My people pleasing, my putting my own needs aside and putting others first stems from people pleasing, and that people pleasing stems from me being a child of divorce. That people pleasing that extends into my personal relationships and leads me to non-emotionally available distant women is part of my trauma response as a child of divorce and PTSD. Again, when you follow these fucking threads back and go to therapy, again with a professional. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm here to guide you, but I don't have the answers. You have the answers, but a therapist can really help you unlock that. You know, the first therapy resource that I jumped back into after years of not being into it, I use that the BetterHelp app. You know, it really helped kind of get the ball moving. This is not sponsored or a paid partnership from BetterHelp, but I would encourage people to check it out. It helped me to get the ball rolling. I was able to do it on my phone, on my own time, schedule it when I needed it. I could do it in the car, sitting in the car. I could do it at my house. I could do it while I was taking a shit. Whatever made me feel comfortable. I could face to face. I could just do the voice. But again, having a non-objective person who is professionally trained to listen, hold space, and reflect. And, you know, which is what I'm doing. I've been trained to do those things, but I'm not a licensed therapist. A licensed therapist it takes like fucking 2 more years of school, and you have to pass a test about a book this, which I know fucking 90% of the information on. I don't need that. I don't want that. I just want to help people where I'm sitting, where I'm standing from. That's what we do here. Positive research. I mean, I'm doing it now. The thing is that I've always been caught up on meeting other people's standards. Why the fuck do I need that degree? Why the fuck do I need to get in debt? $200,000 in debt, which I'm already deeply in debt because of my art school. Deeply in debt for a degree that's not going to pay me the kind of money I need to make to pay that debt back. That's why all these students in the United States are fucking, you know. So again, what I'm exploring and what I will do and what I know I can do and will do is scale what I'm doing to a larger number audience. I don't know whether I start working as a life coach somewhere, or I start streaming on a more consistent basis with a more structured format around the life coaching. This becomes less about me having fun and me providing structured lessons. Who knows? The universe is an amazing place. I'm here for all of it, but I'm telling you that the only reason that any of this got started and the only reason that any of this momentum is flowing, Murdocta, is because I went into that cave. At the beginning of this year, I was like super depressed. I had a lot of fucking crazy shit rock my core beliefs about family, love, relationships, money, business to the core. My entire reality felt like it had shattered. Nothing was real. I was fucking depressed. I was angry. I wasn't creating anything. I wasn't doing any art. I was drinking a shitload of beer. I was smoking a shitload of weed. I found myself experimenting with fucking coke. It was not good. It was not good. It was not what I wanted. Hey, Raven. Thank you. I appreciate the lurk. So again, I was at my own rock bottom, and even then, my rock bottom, my exploration of that fucking devil's dandruff is like the Disney version of what most people have, I'm sure, because I experienced that and I was like, whoa, this is dangerous, especially when you have ADD. When you have ADHD, like those kinds of substances lock you the fuck in. That's what fucking what's it called? Not Ritalin. What's the other? Fuck. What's it called? It's an amphetamine. It's not methamphetamine. It's a synthetic amphetamine for memory. God damn it! Why am I? It's what everybody's using for memory, and they get all fucking hopped up. It's not Ritalin. It's Adderall. Adderall is a synthetic amphetamine. So when you have ADD, and I'm pretty sure that I have undiagnosed ADD, those kinds of things don't get you hyper. They lock you the fuck in. I fucked around with Adderall recreationally when I was a young man. I tried it a couple times and I was like, whoa, fucking, like, it feels locked the fuck in. You feel focused. You feel like you don't feel anxiety because your brain is like, you're actually thinking of one thing at a time, Raven. We've kind of talked about this. So when I experimented with those crazier drugs, it gave me those sensations, and it was like, whoa, this feels great. I feel great. I'm locked in. I feel confident. I can talk. I have energy. And then on top of that, I was drinking with it. Like, no way. Yeah, exactly. And it locks you the fuck in. So again, when you have any sort of ADHD, it does that for you. It locks you the fuck in. But when you don't have ADD, it gets people all fucking like futabied out, like they're loked out on coke, you know? And they like it. That's why people grind up Adderall and snort it, because they get it faster to their brain. They start using it like coke. So again, I had to be aware of how my body is, how my genetics work, and what substances I was playing with and how they were reacting, and how it was more bad for me to be playing with that because I was going to want it more, because it's just my chemistry. I have to accept my chemistry and my genetics, right? So again, just please know, I am on my way up from the deepest depths of darkest rock bottom. It's possible, Murdoctor. And it sounds like you want to do it. And it sounds like you know where you have to go and what you have to do. So do it. I can't hear my blurps, but I can already see fucking Cobra reaching for the fucking mouse. Do it! Just do it! The way I'll phrase your statement is, yes, it's true that a lot of alcoholics are ADHD, are suffering from ADHD, because alcohol and drugs for people that have ADHD, that's not the illness. It's something that takes care of the symptoms. Does that make sense? When somebody has ADHD and I'm in my head and I'm overthinking and I'm ruminating and I start to spiral. And again, the thing that educated me and made me feel seen, supported, and heard was that video I saw the other day. You know, spiraling mentally is fucking emotional time travel without a seatbelt. You find yourself in your room finishing that argument you had a couple days ago because you didn't say the right thing. You know, you're fighting and you're telling somebody off because they didn't apologize for some bullshit, and you're talking to yourself in your room. That's spiraling. That's emotional time traveling without a seatbelt. You are not being present. So when you get into that kind of place, now the ball didn't fucking roll, Konoha. The hill's not steep enough. I got in. It didn't roll. But we're talking about alcohol and ADHD. So people with ADHD, when we're in that spiraling, ruminating, overthinking place, substances like alcohol, substances like cannabis, they actually quell the symptoms. They reduce the symptoms. No, you're not interrupting. Oh, for sure. And Panda, like, first of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being honest and sharing and being transparent about what you experienced, because some people don't like talking about that. But I know that you understand where you're at and that we're all here for each other, and I appreciate you being honest and sharing. I truly believe that I have undiagnosed ADHD, and I mean, autism is a spectrum. We're all on that shit. If it's a spectrum, we're all on that shit. And listen, if I lived with some of y'all for long enough or spent enough time with you, I'd point out some autistic behavior that you did real quick, no problem. Real quick. I would open your fridge and be like, nobody keeps their deodorant in the fridge. No, that's not normal. Nobody does that. So again, autism is a spectrum. We're all on it, and it's not a bad thing. Autism is a fucking superpower. I'm definitely on that spectrum, and I'm on it. I think I'm on it a little bit more heavy than most. But different things affect us very differently, very differently. And we all have different types of the superpower. Like what kind of autism did you get? What kind of ADHD did you get? I get the kind of ADHD where I might not want to do anything for fucking, a couple days, and then all of a sudden I get this overproductive fucking hyperactive fit. I got the kind of tism that I like to take things apart and put them back together. I think I'm on the spectrum where certain, like textures, sounds, behaviors can set me the fuck off. Like, why are you chewing so loud? That is disgusting. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's different. Everybody's different. The more you understand yourself, the better you can manage and handle yourself. The better you will perform. The more you know what you're not good at, the more you know what you are good at, the more you know that you're genetically predisposed to, the more that you know that what your emotional triggers are, the more you understand where your behaviors come from trauma-wise. Know thyself. Know thyself. Know thyself, and you will... You'll have a lot easier time with a lot of shit, guys. And that's all I've been doing for the last 6 months. I've been very isolated. I've been in my hole. I've been healing. I've been getting to know myself. I've been getting to know myself, reacquainted with who I was when I was a child, who I was when I was unfiltered. And Murdoch, that's a lot of inner child work. I've had a lot of unhealed mother wounds. I've had a lot of unhealed father wounds that I've had to kind of address recently. And luckily, because I've been doing the work by going to therapy and being reflective and being open and thinking about shit and looking at things differently, when I am confronted with things and scenarios that would trigger me because they are unhealed mother wounds, i.e. conversations with my mother that usually would set me off, I'm able to see them for what they are, not speak immediately, think before I speak, check myself. Is that thought real? Do I have to say what I want to say? Is it helpful? I'm handling things different now. I'm healing the wounds when I see the opportunity to. So when my uncle triggers me and he's doing his old man stuff, and I'm just like, dude, that's not him doing old man stuff. That's me dealing with unhealed father wounds. When I come back and tell my uncle, yeah, I ran into a friend, my arcade stream, and he doesn't even know what streams are. I'm like, hey, my video, I was going to show off this arcade. I had a couple people with me, and then we didn't go in. It was kind of a wash. I ran into a friend, and it might lead to an opportunity where I might just be running a pizza place, and my friend would take care of me financially. If I take any job with him, everything's got pros and cons, but it's a good opportunity if it were to happen. Good job, that's good, cool, right on, good for you. No, but the first kind of words out of my uncle's mouth are like, well, you're gonna have to learn how to run a full-on restaurant, and you've never run a full restaurant before, and I'm just like, okay, Theo, I gotta go. I'm gonna go get some food. I'll just kind of cut him off and be like, I'm out of here, fuck you, And he knows exactly what I'm doing. He knows exactly what I'm doing, because I'll go inside and then I find myself talking to myself going, you can't just say nice? Can't you say good job? That's spiraling. I could have said that to him and that would have made me feel a lot better, but I didn't. I was upset and I just removed myself. Even things like that, those are the things that are pushing me to heal my wounds, because later I think